Folks, in today's video we will be giving away this magnificent Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box fresh out of the case to one lucky winner. We'll be drawing the winner in next week's auction recap, so stay tuned to the very end of the video to find out how you can be the winner of this magnificent box, surely filled with a bunch of amazing evolutions. What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and in today's video we will be reviewing 10 of the most insane sales that occurred these past couple of weeks on CantoShark.com. We will be doing an in-depth analysis of some of these record-breaking sales, breaking them down, looking at past sales of these items, and looking to the future of what they might sell for very soon. And if you haven't figured it out by now, yes, this video is sponsored by CantoShark.com. All of these sales I'm going to show you are 100% legit. So we're going to break down each of these sales. It's going to be an amazing video. Let's get started off with the number 10 sale that occurred in the past couple of weeks. It is this Team Up booster box. Sun and Moon Team Up, to be exact. This guy sold on CantoShark.com for an even $8,000 this past week. And folks, let me just say that back in May, this box was selling for $5,850. Here's another sale for $5,900, and it went all the way up to about $6,000, which at that time was unbelievable. And 2 months later, we just tacked on another $2,000 to this box. And when you have cards like the Latios GX, which has a market price of over $2,000 raw, the Magikarp and Wailord GX, which is over $500 raw, and the Gengar and Mimikyu GX, which is almost $800 for a raw copy. Those are the market prices for these cards in this box. It's no wonder it's skyrocketing. This is by far the most expensive Sun and Moon booster box to date. The number 9 best sale on CantoShark.com, in my humble opinion, would have to be this 2016 Japanese XY promo Pikachu Festa card. This is a 20th anniversary card that in PSA 10 had sold on CantoShark.com for $17,000. Now, it was only like a week ago this card was selling for $16,000. Already has increased to $17,000, and it's also worth noting that back in 2022, this card was only selling for $3,438 in auction. It went from that all the way to 17 grand in just a couple of years. And out of all of the Japanese Pikachu promos I see come by, and folks, I see a lot come by, this one here is by far my favorite. Why? You got the beautiful Kanto starters on there, folks. My boy Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, they are all looking amazing. This is just one of the best promo cards of all time, if you ask me, and it sold for 17 grand. The number 8 most insane sale would have to be this collection of all PSA 10 Scream promo cards, the Mimikyu, the Pikachu, the Rowlet, the Eevee, the Psyduck, all sold collectively for $27,500. And folks, some of the big hitters in this set, of course, have to be the Pikachu, which sells on its own for almost $7,000, and of course the Mimikyu, which sells for the most at about $10,700. And when you put all these cards together, you're looking at close to $28,000 for this lot of 5. An absolutely amazing purchase, and to whoever bought these cards, congratulations. The number 7 card on today's list would have to be this PSA 10 Gold Star Gyarados from EX Haul on Phantoms. This big boy sold for $39,000, folks. $39,000! And this is by far my favorite Gold Star card. I mean, it's a fire-type Gyarados. How can you not be in love with it? And what's really crazy, folks, is 4 months ago, only 4 months ago, this card was selling for $18,000, now has more than doubled. More than doubled. Absolutely insane. Gold stars are absolutely on fire, which leads me into the next sale from CantoShark.com. It would have to be this Charizard Gold Star that sold as a PSA 10 for $44,000. And this card has been sitting a little bit higher than the Gyarados recently. It last sold, I think, on eBay from Z&G Emporium for about $40,000. So already, in a matter of like a month and a half, this card has gone up to $44,000, and it's just an iconic card to say the least. One of the best Gold Stars, no doubt about it. And the third and final Gold Star in today's video would have to be the Umbreon Gold Star from the Pop Series 5. Sold as a PSA 10 for $45,000. And it wasn't even a year ago. I think back in October, this card was selling for what? $22,800, so it has doubled It has doubled in value in less than a year. This was such an amazing sale, and yes, it happened on CantoShark.com. Check out this next lot, folks, that sold on CantoShark. It is this full art Team Rocket and the full art Giovanni scheme, both in PSA 10, that sold for $30,000. And if you're a collector, folks, you gotta have both of these cards, right? They go together like peanut butter and jelly. Now, back in May, the full art Team Rocket card was selling as a PSA 10 for about $9,300, while the full art Giovanni scheme was selling for about $13,200. And when you put them together, they sold for $30,000, which is the number 4 insane sale in today's video. Getting down to the final 3 sales in today's video, we have this unlimited base set booster box. Now, this isn't a new record price, but it is substantial, and I'll tell you why. This box sold for $26,250, and it is an absolute mint, fresh out of the case, unlimited base set box, also authentic, very important. Now, this isn't a new record price. Back in late 2020, early 2021 is when we saw the height of this box. It was selling for around $27,000. Here's a sale for like $29,000. Another one for $26,000. Almost $29,000 again. So this isn't a new record price, but folks, I believe with every fiber of my being, this box will very, very quickly go over $30,000. I am extremely confident about that. It is just such an iconic box. Now, what's interesting is this box, after the hype died down of 2020, 2021, this box was selling in 2022 for only $10,800. Substantially less than what it was, but it has since risen from the dead, selling for over $26,000. Up next, we saw this absolutely magnificent lot of Mario Pikachus and Poncho Pikachu cards. These 11 cards in PSA 10 sold for a total of $82,000. Man alive. With the full art Mario Pikachu alone in PSA 10 selling for $14,100. And then, of course, the most expensive poncho wearing Pikachu is also in here, the Mega Charizard X in PSA 10 sold for $12,300 on its own. And when you put all these cards together, you're looking at about $82,000. This is a confirmed sale on CantoShark.com. Before we get to the number 1 most insane sale on CantoShark.com, and I think you'll agree with me that it is the most significant sale, let's go over just a couple of honorable mentions. Here we have a Tag 9 Gold Star Rayquaza that sold for $20,500. And if you've been watching my auction recaps, you'll know that a Gold Star Rayquaza in any grade is going for an insane amount of money. Even the PSA 4s, 5s, 6s are thousands of dollars. So this is a very interesting sale of a Tag 9 copy. And then we saw this PSA 10 Espeon EX from Unseen Forces that sold for $15,225, which I think is a new record price because back in April, this card was selling for about $9,125 in auction. Which leads me to the number 1 most insane sale on CantoShark.com, and this happened very recently. It was the sale of this PSA 10 First Edition base set Charizard that sold for $325,000. You heard that right. And we haven't seen sales like this for this card since back in late 2020. It was selling for around $350,000 all the way up to $420,000.
You sure about that?
And people are kind of on the fence about that $420,000 sale. I'm not sure if it was legit or not, who knows. And once again, let me just say that back in 2024, I mean just last year, this card was selling in auction pretty consistently for $170,000. If you look at these sales here, here's a $172,000 sale, $175,000, so anywhere between $170,000 to $175,000 pretty consistently. Boom, skyrocketed seemingly overnight for about $325,000. So folks, if you stuck around this long, congratulations, 'cause I'm going to tell you how to get in on this Prismatic Evolutions ETB. All you got to do, folks, all you got to do is go to CantoShark.com, check out what they have, and leave a comment on this video letting me know your favorite item listed on their marketplace. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You don't even gotta like this video or subscribe. Just go to CantoShark.com. I'll put a link in the description and comment below your favorite thing listed on there. That's it. And we will draw for this box in next week's auction recap. I think like August 2nd should be. the recap I'm talking about, so please go do that. Thank you so much for watching, folks. I appreciate it more than you know. That's it. I will catch you all on my next one.